Let me hit you with a question real quick. Who actually has more power, the person who reacts to everything? Or the one who doesn't react at all? Think about it. When someone insults you and you instantly snap back, it feels powerful. When you scroll for hours even though you know you should stop, it feels comforting. When you skip work because you're tired, it feels deserved. But here's the part nobody talks about. Real power doesn't feel exciting in the moment. It feels boring, quiet, almost invisible. And that's why most people never build it. Let's make this relatable. Think about school or college. You've got an exam coming up. One person keeps checking their phone, telling themselves they'll start later, letting stress build. Another person feels the same pressure, but they close the app. Sit down. Study for just 20 minutes. Not heroic. Not impressive. But guess who actually controls the situation? That's self-control. And self-control is power. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people lose power every single day. Not because they're weak, but because they keep giving in to the moment. One more video. One more excuse. One more, I'll do it tomorrow. And slowly, their confidence disappears. Now here's a quick cliffhanger for you. The people you think are disciplined aren't always more motivated than you. They just don't argue with themselves as much. When it's time to work, they work. When it's time to stop, they stop. No mental debate. No drama. That silence in their head. That's power. Look at creators who fail. They post for a few days. Views are low. Doubt creeps in. They start thinking, maybe this isn't for me. So they quit. Not because they lacked talent, but because they couldn't control the urge to seek quick validation. Now look at creators who last years. They post even when nobody claps. They stick to the plan when it's boring. They control their impulses. That's why they win long term. And this applies way beyond content. Burnout? It's usually not caused by working too hard. It's caused by inconsistency. Grinding for 3 days. Doing nothing for a week. Feeling guilty. Repeating the cycle. Your brain never feels safe. So it stays anxious. Self-control smooths that chaos out. It creates rhythm. Predictability. Calm. Now let's make this practical, because this is where people usually overthink. Self-control isn't about extreme discipline. It's about reducing decisions. Tiny step number 1. Pause before reacting. Just 3 seconds. Before replying. Before scrolling. Before quitting. That pause is powerful. Tiny step number 2. Set one rule you don't negotiate with. Wake up time. Study time. Gym day. Not perfect, just consistent. Tiny step number 3. Finish something small every day. One assignment. One workout. One edit. Completion trains your brain to trust you. And trust creates confidence. Here's the final shift I want you to remember. Power isn't being loud. It isn't dominating others. It isn't reacting faster. Power is being able to say, I don't need to give in right now. When you control your impulses, you control your direction. And when you control your direction, life stops pushing you around. So here's your challenge. Tonight, pick one moment where you usually give in. Scrolling. Skipping work. Overthinking. Pause. Do the opposite, just once. Not to be perfect. To train control. Because every time you keep a promise to yourself, you become harder to break. Try this tonight. Stay consistent tomorrow. And let's level up together.